Hello. Glad you could join me today. Also, it's the start of absolutely fantastic day. Small ice crystals just gently descending from the sky. We're going to have a look at 1 million years of fire making technologies. Okay, we're going to start having a look at the most modern version of fire starting, what I think is the most modern version, and that's the lighter, the classic lighter. How this works is that we have a little metallic wheel here. See the wheel here, and that is turned around. And what happens is that this creates friction against a Ferro Serum rod in here. So this is actually a Ferro Rod principle in this one. We will take this apart now and have a look at the mechanism here. Okay, I lost the ferro rod, so we have to sacrifice another lighter. But I have 3 of them now. I see the ferro rod, little ferro rod in here. Here we have it. Yeah. Okay. Here. See this little piece here. This is the ferro rod, and it's exactly the same material, I think, that you have in this this kind of rod. Same material. The difference is here you turn the wheel here, you rub it against this little rod here. Okay, and how it works now is that you turn the wheel with your thumb. And you, by turning the wheel, you create sparks. And at the same time, you push down this button here, and you open a valve here. And the butane, which is stored here, when it's pressurized now, it is liquid. You see here, it's liquid. But as soon as you open the valve, the butane is depressurized, so it vaporizes. And the sparks, it escape here, and the sparks immediately ignite the butane. So that's how it works. You have this very, very nice, still controlled flame. Back in history a little bit. This is Ferro Serum, and it's a ferro rod, of course, and you probably know how it works. Scrape this piece of metal against this material, and what you do by doing that is that you scrape off pieces of this Ferro Serum. It's a pyrophoric alloy, this material, and when you scrape it like this, you shave off pieces of this alloy. And when the pieces are exposed to the oxygen in the air, they immediately ignite. It's the same principle as with Flint and Steel, but this is much more effective, of course. But the principle is that fragments are exposed to the oxygen in the air. Yes, and Ferro Serum, it was invented in 1903, and I have to read this now, by an Austrian chemist, Karl Auer von Welsbach, and he mixed cerium with iron. Cerium is a rare earth metal. He mixed it, iron with cerium, and he he realized that that could produce sparks. And during the years since then, this has been further developed. So basically this is iron, cerium and lanthanum. Very effective. Produces sparks with a temperature of 3000 degrees Celsius. So thank you very much for that, Karl Auer von Welsbach. Without you, we would have the lighter. We would not have the Ferro Rod, because Ferro Serum is used, as we saw, both in the lighter and in the Ferro Rod. And a misconception, as you are probably aware of, is that these are sometimes called flint. That there's a piece of flint in here, and that this is the same as flint and steel. This has nothing to do with flint and steel. It's two completely different technologies. This alloy here, this material, is completely man-made. So there is no chemical resemblance except from the iron from Ferro Serum and Flint and Steel. So, okay, let's go to the next one. Matches. Now there are many different types of matches. These are standard household matches. You know that you have a strip here. This is the strip. The only reason for this strip to be here is that it gives the right friction, when you strike it like this. And it contains, what I read, it's powdered glass. It should be powdered glass in this strip here. And then you have here you have phosphorus, red phosphorus in this little piece here. And when you strike it like this, the red phosphorus here, it turns into white phosphorus, and that immediately ignites with the air or with the oxygen in the air. Then it burns, and the stick is also impregnated with some kind of fuel to make it burn better. So this one came, matches came after the Flint and Steel. It was the method that came after Flint and Steel. Yes. So let's go back in time to 1200 BC. That's when Flint and Steel was invented, sometime around that period. From 1200 BC up until the end of the 19th century, this was the way of starting a fire, the main way of starting a fire. It's a piece of stone, flint, sure you know about that, and a piece of steel. And it's important now that this is steel. This is not pure iron, because pure iron is too soft. It's too soft to create sparks. This is steel, and steel is iron with tiny amounts of carbon. And that added carbon, it makes the iron a bit more brittle. So when you strike the fire steel against the sharp flint, you shave off pieces of metal that you can catch. You can catch those pieces on a piece of tinder, and when you shave off pieces, the pieces of metal is exposed to the oxygen in the air, and they spontaneously ignites. And this is what you see flying around like this. It's sparks. It's burning metal. And before Flint and Steel, what did we have then? Well, this is an even more ancient way of fire making. This is a bow drill, and it's just 3 pieces of wood. What you need is basically these 2 pieces. If you use a hand drill, this is a bow drill with a bow. I won't show you the how it works. I have another video on that if you're interested. But the principle is that you turn a spindle like this, and you create friction down here, when where the spindle meets this fireboard here, and by this friction you create a buildup of heat, and you will have a little ember forming here, and you can transfer the ember to other material and then blow it into flames. So, and this is it's debated, but we don't know if this was the start of fire making. Probably it was. This is a more modern version than the technology we will have a look at now. Let's have a look at how it all started. How it all started. 1 million years ago, someone found that flint and iron pyrites, 2 stones, when you strike them together like this, you have sparks flying. So these are 2 stones. With only 2 stones you can create fire. And I have a video on this. So 1 million years ago, that's when it all started. That's when when the giant leap happened. The giant leap of mankind. It was the advent of humanity, I would say. It was that spark, that first spark. That's what started our journey to where we are today. Without the discovery of fire making, you would not look on your smartphone. You would not use YouTube or Facebook or any other media whatsoever. You would not drive a car. You would not live in a warm house. You would not live in a city, because there would be no such thing as a city. And humanity would never have set foot on the moon.